Because I've always sold my work, I never really thought of the business aspect versus the art aspect of my business. For me, it all goes together. So I think I've been pretty good at running my business because I never. It was kind of in me. I've always been someone who wanted to be self-employed, and I've always been good with money, not spending money I didn't have. So even when I opened my business, I really went slowly. I bought things only that I could afford. I got a very, very small loan. Just to begin, I had, I think it was around $4,000 to begin, just to buy, a computer and buy just some equipment. And that was the only loan I ever had, and I reimbursed it within, I think it was 5 years. So that was maybe around 15 years ago. And I've always been good at figuring out how to make it work. I find that the key to make a living, one of the big key, aside from being passionate about it, is to be very disciplined, which I've been all my life, even from the beginning when I was young, when I was 15, 16, I've always been very, very disciplined. So I never just take a day off because I feel like I don't want to work, I don't have a boss. If I take time off, then I make the time. I always keep track. I don't write things down, but I know if one morning I feel like coming at noon, then I will stay an extra 4 hours. I always, flexible in my hours, but I'm always at least making my 8 hours a day. Yeah, I don't think that you need tons of money to begin a business. It's I think if you're willing to just do it little by little, you can do it. You don't have to sell, let's say for t-shirts, printing t-shirts. You don't need to print 100 t-shirts. You can just buy 6 t-shirts and then put them in a store. You don't need to put these goals that are so big that you're never going to do it. Actually, I used to, when I painted t-shirts when I was, I think I was 50, just 15 actually. I remember they were $2.50 a shirt, and I sold them for $12. So for me at the time, minimum wage was $4, I think, something like that, $4-5 an hour. So, I figured it took me 15-20 minutes to paint it. It was much better than minimum wage, and I sold a lot actually. People loved it. And I began renting booths in universities. They would have little booths you could rent. There was people making jewelry. There was all kind of people, and it also gave me an idea of kind of the lifestyle of all these people just making stuff, selling it, and it was a lifestyle that I was really attracted to. The idea of just doing my own thing and meeting these people that I felt were really open and really interesting. It was very different from what I had experienced. So in terms of investment, it was really buying the paint and literally going buying 10 t-shirts at a time. And I began, the first time I've done it was for my class. I remember in my high school I painted t-shirts for everybody, and they all wanted them and bought them. And then it began, and then I just began doing this.